Bruce's big call. Dinar Intel Tuesday night, September 17, 24. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Transcribed by Wiser, now emailed to recaps. Welcome everybody to the big call tonight. It is Tuesday, September 17th, and you're listening to the big call. Thanks everybody for tuning in, listening to us tonight. Being part of what we're all experiencing, what we're all going to go through. And I'm excited about tonight and what my segment is going to be about, and also very excited about to bring to us, and what Bob will bring. Well, thank you very much, Bob. Anything else that we should know about before we switch to the Intel portion? No, that's it, Bruce. It's 7 minutes after 10. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks. I'm going to go right into theme that was mentioned by Sue, the med bed. I don't usually bring much up pretty much about it, but there is a couple of things that happened I think you guys should know about. It is that one of the leaders, if you will, in charge of the med bed, for us have changed for us. In the amount of time we get, that we regress, go back to, it was a set to go back 30 years. And the discussion was held on Saturday, and they said, well, why don't we do it this? Why do we have to do this way? Why I can't go further back? And the idea was, if you're 80 years old, but you're 80, you could go back to the age of 30. So that's 50 years age regression or equivalent. You to go 80 more to go back 50 years. That's pretty nice to go from 80 to age 30, and biological age is terrific. I think that is a major deal right there, and the other part of that is the youngest age that you can go back to. Say you're my age, or Sue's age, or Bob's age, you can go back to the age of 28. And that's what I thought it was going to be originally, but it changed a couple of times. And now that's the age that I'll go back to. And I'm looking forward to that. That was prime time, terms of tennis and everything else. Just a head up, that's what the deal is. I was told if you're a Zim holder, you get a little better, preferential treatment on this. You can go back in 5 days or so. After the exchange happens, if you are a Zim holder, you ought to be able to get in the med bed. I'm going to say 5 to 6 days, from the people that are in charge. So I love that, that's great. Some people dire need, and fortunately, I qualify for that, and so I will get in a little sooner, but it's all good, something we should be able to take advantage of, and enjoy, finish up. I don't know if many people know this, but there's no charge to go into the med bed, it's free, designed to be free. And I think that's wonderful. It is going to change the way hospitals operate, to a large extent, and some hospitals will remain. But they will become more like healing centers, which has more to do with nutrition and healing than it does hospital. It is going to be interesting as we watch that happen and see what kind of resistance there is. And so on. We have plenty of these things around the country and around the world, but we have the greatest number of those here in this country. So I'm excited about that. I'm probably more excited about that than the money from the RV. That's in my personal situation. Let's go into what we heard just the last say or so about bondholders. Bondholders were supposed to be on a shotgun start with bondholders. They are getting funds put into their accounts. They can't already see them, and some can. And some can't in their accounts when they try to go online and put their codes in. But they are supposed to have access to those funds in the next few days. I've been told, Thursday or Friday, so that's coming up pretty quickly, next Tuesday. So in 2 to 3 days should have access to those accounts. Now, in keeping with the idea of a shotgun start F where everyone goes together, Tier 4, that's what we are in. Tier 4B. Tier 4 is what we refer to as the Admirals Group, which there are 21 or 22 already. So those guys should get their notifications the same time as we get ours, as I say. And here's where we stand on that. Intel does not need to be long. You guys just want to know, when, I do too. So here's what we got. The Redemption Center people that are in charge getting out emails to the Redemption Center leaders throughout the country are told to put out those emails at 6 o'clock tonight. And would take approximately 45 minutes or so per hour max to get those emails out to Redemption Center leaders, or operatives. That is great, linked. And then short and sweet, we have been told by numerous sources, that have Redemption Center in our contacts in several states, that we should be receiving our notifications. That's our toll-free number, 800 number, high noon tomorrow, which is Wednesday, and so that's what we're expecting. You guys remember, there was sort of a possible assassination attempt on Pres Trump last Saturday, and that delayed us 1 day, and they're dealing with and that put us getting notified today. Okay, We can live with it. Thank God they caught the guy trying to use weapon to assassinate Pres Trump, so keep him in your prayers. I think you will find that will be important in our future. So here's where we are, on this too. We always talk about where are we on Social Security increases. Still by the end of September. Where are we on the R&R, Restitution and Reclamation 6 also supposed to be this month. And Reclamation 6 also supposed to be this month, and I believe for us going for exchanges and redemption of ZIM. We will have it already in our Quantum account. When we go in for our exchanges and redemption of ZIM, those totals we have from the currencies and ZIM. When we get our Quantum account opened up, we should have our R&R already in there. And then make sure you write down what it is. They won't itemize it, you'll just have it, as Bob says, in a pile, so we have a total to write down, and you'll know that was your R&R. And then your currencies are so much from your Dinar, and Dong, ZIM, all of those on top of that, into your Quantum account. Then you will move with Quantum cards. From to your primary Wells account, or maybe you will want to call it your master account. Okay, so that, and if we get notified when we expect tomorrow on the 18th, we will use that opening email from Wells Fargo servers to set appointment. And we are initiating that if we get the number per day where it comes in your appointment and how do they go change tomorrow. So now I want to say we are with R&R debt forgiveness if you know, don't forget. Now you have mortgages, the credit card balances being zeroed out. That is all supposed to happen this month, by the end of September, and piece of everything. So, by the way, anything in the last few days that takes us off of this timeline, and so I'm going to believe to be the absolute timeline for us. Listen to the full version on the official DinarReport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: Dinar Recaps.